On today's episode, we talk to Krisztina Bell, owner of No Vacancy Home Staging, who provides staging and redesign services throughout the area of Atlanta, Georgia. Listen in as she shares about how she helps agents understand home staging through CE, as well as how she helps her sellers get ready for market. Now let's begin.
This is the Stager Boss podcast from StagerBoss.com with the founder of HSRA, Jana Uselton. The Home Staging and Redesign Association is a group of like-minded professionals dedicated to revolutionizing the real estate industry by making a difference in the lives and businesses of home stagers and redesigners everywhere. Join us as we talk to the best of the best in this industry from all over the world and hear how they are using their training and experience to make a difference in the clients they serve. If you are a real estate industry expert looking for better ways to market and sell properties, join us for this podcast series.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second season of our Stager Boss podcast. We're super excited. Today, we're going to be talking to Krisztina Bell. She is from No Vacancy. They serve all of the Atlanta area and beyond, and we're super excited to just get into her world today, find out all about her, about the business. So welcome, Miss Krisztina.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And
well, I'm excited. Can't
yeah.
wait.
Yeah, it's summer, first day of summer, I think, already.
I know. Here we go, right? We're getting into the season. I was just sharing with you, it's so busy. Everybody's wanting their houses to look the best over the weekend and especially for our holidays coming up. So I know you guys are rocking and rolling too. So first off, tell me how you got into this business. How did it all start?
Well, I came from a printing graphic design background, but got burnt out a little bit after September 11th and got my real estate license in 2003 and then started the business in 2005. And actually, my husband joined me in 2008, quit the corporate world and joined me because he's like, this business is actually making money. So this looks interesting. Let's keep at this. And that's what we've been doing since day one is literally investing in the business and letting it grow. And it seems like every time we make another investment in it, it pays off pretty quickly. So we've been very lucky in that respect, but still going at it, serving Atlanta all over. And some of these agents that I've worked with and my clients, I've literally started with them when they gave me condos. Now they're giving me $1 million homes.
Nice.
So it's helped us to grow, and we've been growing right alongside them the whole way. So it keeps it interesting every day.
Well, that's good. Well, tell me about the Atlanta market. How's it doing right now?
We had a really good spring season. And of course, June, July, we never know. Sometimes June's the slow or the busy month, and then July is the busy or slow month. So it flip-flops every year. The spring season is staying pretty consistent for us. There's a lot of new construction going on all over Atlanta. It's been making it quite challenging, especially for people who are selling a little bit older homes. A lot more people and sellers and clients and agents who are flipping houses. Well, there's tons of flipping going on everywhere. But, the older homes, it's just a little bit more challenging for those guys. They have to spend a little bit more to get them more move-in ready because we have very picky millennial buyers. I don't know if anybody else nationwide is feeling that, but oh my God, it's ridiculous what they're expecting. The HGTV shows have obviously set these high expectations now. Home staging has actually hit Atlanta and it's gained popularity just over the past year and a half or so. And I'm sure that Barbara Sonic and Catherine Jordan, who are also, I think, members of HSRA too, could probably say the same. We're feeling it and we're loving it, which is great. Finally, geez, took forever.
Finally, right? Yeah, finally, everybody's on board with this. Well, tell me what type of services your company offers and kind of what the sweet spot of your services are.
Our sweet spot from day one has always been staging homes in the $300,000 or $500,000 range.
Okay.
Ever since I started. But the nice thing is that, you know, like I said, we have grown. And what we were talking about is my agents have grown. So, you know, they're not listing those houses that much anymore, but they're listing higher end homes. And then, you know, it takes 120 days or more here in Atlanta to sell a higher end luxury home, like 700. And then of course the homes over $1 million take maybe a little longer. So there was this huge need for staging of more luxury homes. And I'm sure that Barbara felt some of that because she does mostly, you know, high end luxury. When it gets to the 2 million, 3 million range, I refer them to her. And so I ended up kind of investing once again, not only in a second truck to keep up with the business and the momentum going here in Atlanta, but, you know, investing in higher end furnishings to cater to more toward luxury homes. And that really made a huge difference. The design, like I think you were saying in some of your past videos that I've seen and with HSRA and the seminars, that, you know, design is kind of trickling a little bit into the home staging industry. We're feeling it for sure here in Atlanta. Even though we're behind the times, we're never up to date with what's happening in the current design industry, but we try to stay current as much as possible. At least I do. I try to stay a little bit ahead. And so we're seeing that because those homes are taking a little longer, they need staging even more. So we're excited about it. Everybody's loving the package, and we're keeping it as fresh as we can, current with what's trending, and it's really paying off. So we're excited about it. Yeah.
Well, I know that education is a big part of what you do as well. So, you know, sometimes going in, meeting with the clients, and even doing CE, some of the trainings to just get them on board with the trends, you know, what to say, how to present staging. So tell me a little bit about your courses and tell me how you love to help educate your clients.
Well, over 2 years ago, I was getting more and more calls from sellers, to be honest, and they were getting frustrated with why their agents were not suggesting home staging. And I went, uh-oh, something's happening. These agents obviously are not providing the information to these sellers. I think I really need to start this CE class. And so I tested it out here at my warehouse space with like 2 agents. And I was like, that's okay. I gotta test it, see if this is gonna work. And I didn't know exactly what they wanted out of the class, but here I am 2 years later. It's so much fun I'm having. They're telling me what they want. They want to see paint colors. They want checklists. They want to know how to approach certain scenarios, occupied home, vacant home. They want to know what type of services we offer, what they should expect as far as pricing, who's paying for it. I get tons of questions in the class, but I keep it very casual in my class because I want them to ask those questions, because there's other people that may be in the class that have used staging, but believe it or not, still today, I always ask the question, how many people have actually used staging? And it's still only about half the people in the room raise their hand. So I'm surprised, but there's a lot of seasoned agents that are like, I never needed it before, but now I guess I do. But the classes are great. I've taught from 20 people to 50 people in a room, and they're loving it. I joined forces with Sherwin-Williams. I'm still trying to create a pretty strong bond with Sherwin-Williams right now, and I want to do a lot more with them, and even so much so some workshops, because their Color Snap Visualizer app is really cool. I feature the home staging paint colors that we suggest from Sherwin-Williams on our website, which is our most popular page on our website. Literally 2 days after I posted it, there was a seller already calling me. She goes, oh yeah, I found the paint color on your website. I've already painted it. So what do I need to do now?
Nice.
So it's great. The classes have been really getting our name out. The agents are really liking it. They want the information. The brokers are very excited to present it to their teams. It's really made a big difference in, you know, getting out there and just getting closer and making those connections and building the trust level with the agents. That's the biggest thing right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you, before we even started recording, you were talking about how your business has doubled, and what has this year been like for you? And I know it's, you know, it has a lot of factors, right, that grow business. So what is that like for you?
I think it really took a turn last year when we invested in the second truck. I noticed it increase. We were, you know, I'm not looking to do 500 homes a year or anything. I just want quality clients give me consistent work.
Yes.
And what they've done now is they've upped their game. We're all trying to up our game, as you say, go to the next level. That is where things are heading right now. And I felt it 6 months ago and a year ago, and I'm now seeing the benefits of the CE classes now starting to pay off. The agents are getting it. They're going, I don't want to just give you 1 or 2 listings. I want to give you all my listings because I trust you. You know what you're doing. You're knowledgeable. Obviously, I see that. They spend 3 hours with me. So we talk a lot about staging in that, and you can cover a lot in that period of time. And so I think because of that and getting more in touch and getting out there, getting away from the desk behind the computer has really made a big difference. And I think, let's see, it was May, we were already over 100 stagings, and we're consistently getting closer to doing maybe 30 or more stagings a month, which is not bad because it used to be just like 10, 15 or so. I mean, I admit that. You know, we weren't like huge, but I think that, again, our investments are paying off. These CE classes are definitely beneficial. You guys featured the article in the publication, which I thought was great. Thank you. In the HSRA staging publication. And I really think that stagers should consider offering that class. I think it's, you know, all about customer service and building that relationship again with the agents. I mean, if they like you, they're going to use you, and literally they're just texting me an address, go take a look, Krisztina. And that's how I like it. It makes it super easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. It's them understanding that we're part of their team, and when they can
exactly
they can trust us, then that referral you know, is even that much sweeter. So
yeah.
When you think about working with your ideal clients, who is that? Who's the perfect client for you, or maybe client category? You could even look at that.
Categories, we could definitely look at it that way. You know, there's the agents that have worked with me since day one. But there's also a new category of clients that we hadn't really touched, and that's the flippers and investors. Yeah. And they've really, I don't know what happened, but they finally get it. They see the value of home staging, and they have 6 to 10 homes that maybe they're doing every year or more. Now, some of them are selling quickly. They don't need us, but then, you know, if it sits maybe for only 2 weeks, they're calling us going, okay, we need to stage it. Or they're like, nope, everyone that I am done with and cleaned and ready to go, you are staging it, because they don't want to sit on it. They want to sell it faster.
Yes.
And they like those multiple offers. You know, more builders. But there's a lot of even agents that are flipping. So we have our seasoned agents, we've got flippers, investors. And believe it or not, a new category that wasn't there before is, guess what? Those sellers know all about staging now, and
yes.
They are making those phone calls. I get more website inquiries than I can even handle sometimes, and the calls are coming in. They are researching, they're doing their homework, and they are shopping around. And they're definitely wanting their agent to include that home staging as part of their marketing plan. And if they're not, they're probably not going to hire that agent.
That's true.
I hate to tell you, but that is how it is. And that's how I explained it in my CE class. But you have to use home staging now.
Yeah,
there's no question.
You are literally behind the times. It's
yeah.
not just the movers and shakers that are using home staging. It is every agent that really wants to leverage up and make that difference, because it's
yes.
no longer just an option. It's definitely a must. And how important it is for these agents to create proven, repeatable systems. You know, something
yes.
that they aren't picking and choosing. Oh, well, it's this home. Maybe we'll do staging here, but it's like, no, this is my system for selling success. I do these 7 steps, you know, for every single listing to ensure, you know, that top offer. So I think that's definitely huge. And, you know, when you think about, you know, growing to the next level, what does the next level look like for you?
Well, coincidentally, next year will be 15 years in business.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And I turned 50. And I don't know what else, but I do know that I'm already thinking about 2020. Like I said, I'm really trying to make some closer connections with Sherwin-Williams, even at even possibly at the corporate level. And I want to also, really work with agents a little bit more closely. My stagers are out there, and we're kind of taking a more customized approach. They want to know how the staging works from beginning to the end. And sometimes we have to play the bad guy or play the role that the agent doesn't want to, which is the constructive criticism, especially when you're dealing with staging consultations. But it's the more customized approach. It's really making more of those connections with the agents here in Atlanta. And I'm hoping to I'm going to kind of still go around Atlanta and teach my CE classes, but I want to maybe include some workshops because they do like the Color Snap Visualizer app that Sherwin-Williams has. They have these cool color matching tools. And I don't know, but I'm sharing with everybody, but Sherwin-Williams has some big deal coming out. July 1st is all I know. That's all I've been told. I don't know what it is, but stay tuned. But they said it's pretty cool. I don't know what. And so I think these workshops would really get agents more involved to, how do I market a luxury property? Like the Q&A that we had in Atlanta at the seminar, I thought that was the best Q&A I've ever been. I'm like, we need to take that and maybe do another version of that here in Atlanta in a workshop. So I'm actually working with 2 other people. And we're going to try to start doing some of those. I want to spice it up in 2020, emphasizing our 15-year anniversary, of course.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
That is
We're
great.
excited.
I can't believe 15 years. That's so amazing. And I love it. I love that you guys are growing. I love that you're educating. And so, what would you say, because kind of as we wrap this up, what would your advice be to maybe some of the agents that are out there and they're up against, Open Door, all of this tech. We're obviously going to Inman and we're going to be, learning all about what is coming up. But what advice would you give maybe that agent that's watching and they're learning about you and your company and they're like, I want to differentiate. I'm just really not sure how. I mean, what would you say to them in this market?
Well, it's interesting because my notes say exactly just what you said about the challenges that agents have. And believe it or not, there is a brokerage firm that's nationwide called Compass. And you're probably going to see more of this happening. Agents are actually putting some of their money toward staging, toward maybe painting. They're actually really trying to take it a step further and say, use me as your agent. I will help, kind of help you pay for some of these things up front. Maybe they figure out some sort of reimbursement at closing. Compass is doing the same thing. Believe it or not, they are putting up a certain amount of monies. And if you are part of their vendor program, which we're considering right now, you could open a whole new door business right there. But it's going to separate that agent from another agent in another company because they are providing what's called a concierge service. And that's what these sellers are looking for. What are you going to do for me that this other agent can't do for me? And if you provide any type of marketing concierge type services, they like that. Or any monies toward this, maybe you pay for the staging consultations. I think that you're going to see more and more of this because these silly little questions about, well, can you do some sort of payment plan is coming up in my staging classes. And I'm like, no, but.
Or pay it closed, right? We can't be.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2020, but these agents have to stay current. They really need to be knowledgeable. Because again, there is that competition where you can just go online and list your house and you can make whatever. You don't have to have an open house or a caravan or whatnot, but they're not going to get the monies that they would like to. If they want to get top dollar for a house, you need to use a real estate agent. I mean, that's just, there's no question there, but there's some new concierge programs, vendor programs. I think that these real estate companies, besides the fact that they've redone some of their logos now, Remax has one, you're going to see a lot more going, I think, in that direction. That's my prediction. So
yes, absolutely. And I know
think that's,
We'll be where that's always our conversation at HSRA is we are part of the real estate industry, and we are
Yes.
marketing. You know, we're under the line item of marketing when it comes to professional staging, and the write-offs are there. So it's one of the things that we also within our industry have to be knowledgeable. We have to be on the forefront of, you know, what's in front of the curve, where are people at, and kind of those laggards, and we want to make sure that staging is consistently offers the best sellable square footage, right? We want to that perceived square footage that people, we can merchandise the home, we can make sure that it is it's in top offer condition, you know, and the look and the appeal, the emotion is there that we're creating for that buyer. So any last minute thoughts for anyone watching you today?
Oh, you know, again, I think that, you know, being a part of these organizations like HSRA and some of the others out there, you know, I didn't even know much about them a couple of years ago. And I think it's just nice to be able to chat with other stagers, and because I can only talk so much with my husband every day. So, and to get out there, and I think it's a good way to refresh and get motivated. And I like the fact that you guys and the others are, you know, talking about taking it to the next level. And I think that's where the staging industry is at right now, because we need to catch up a little bit and keep up with what's changing, not only in our industry, but like you said, in the real estate industry as well. So I think that people should, you know, stagers should be a part of the programs. They should take advantage of the conventions and seminars as much as possible. It's just going to make you that much, you know, better at what you're doing, and, you know, stand out from the competition a little bit too, of course.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know, and realtors do it, you know, builders
Yes.
do it, and investors love classes. And so it's that continuous learning, and that allows us to grow. And so we appreciate you, Krisztina. We appreciate
Thank you.
your company, all that you're doing and succeeding in, and just wish you the best. How can people contact you, the realtors, the investors, builders in your area, if they're looking for maybe hosting a class with you,
Sure.
or they're needing some staging services?
Yeah, well, our website, novacancy-atl.com, has a contact us page on there, or they could reach us at 404-551-2271, which I always say in my videos. And of course, we've got great Facebook pages for No Vacancy, and my Facebook page too. People actually private message me on Facebook too for quotes. So we're easily reachable, but our website is the best place to go for the contact.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your classes, your content's up there, and that's great. And we'll include that below for those of you that are watching. So that'll be great. Well, thank you, Krisztina. Best wishes for a prosperous rest of the year.
Rest of the year. Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.